Nothing beats that moment when animation and music collide to form a brilliant synthesis of emotion that either gives you goosebumps or has you bawling your eyes out like an infant. Welcome back to OtakuDaiKun. Today's video is brought to you by top-tier patron Pooh Zerger. If you didn't know, being a $50 patron of OtakuDaiKun gives you the opportunity to have me create a video of your choosing, so long as it's related to anime or Japan. The topic on demand then is, what are my favorite anime moments that are empowered by their musical score? Thanks to Yuki Kajiura, Yasunori Mitsuda, Yoko Kanno, Joe Hisaishi, and dozens of other fantastic composers, anime has been blessed with some truly moving tracks and themes. But that's not all we'll be looking at today. Normally, music composed for anime is made as a series of themes and tracks that editors can later apply to the scenes in the story, meaning that the same tracks can be used at various points throughout the anime's runtime. What we'll really be looking at then are points when the chosen music takes its corresponding animation to a new level, when that placement of the music truly enhances the moment it's a part of. Obviously, thanks to YouTube's automatic copyright flagging and my desire to hang on to this gig, I'll only be able to play these songs for brief snippets, but I'll mention what episodes they're from, so you can seek these moments out to see them in their full glory. With that, let's get to it. Kara no Kyoukai is without a doubt one of the very best anime one can watch, and while I could literally use any moment from its entirety for this video, in no small part due to its god-tier soundtrack, I do have some specific moments worth pointing out. Kara no Kyokai's main combat theme features a recurring melody that is both serenely simple and angelic. This melody is reprised in a number of the anime's songs, and inspires other melodies with its chord progression. The films do a brilliant job of making the moments this melody covers truly special. In its main combat anthem, the melody enters dramatically on a sudden drop, an instant release of energy that is most powerful at a moment of clarity or determination for Shiki, when she goes from doubt and hesitation to stoic and active. My favorite instances of this are in the fourth film, when Shiki decides to use her newly acquired mystic eyes for the first time. And in the seventh film, when she thinks Kokuto is dead and refuses to forgive his murderer. When she discovers Kokuto is still alive, the two reconcile, promising to share the burden of her revenge kill. We get the main theme gently working its way through the ambient tones. It's especially emotional because the score mixes calming, delightful piano works and vocals with unsettling ambiance, featuring echoey church bells and chilling pulses that, to me, seem to musically exemplify Shiki's lingering worries and fears as Kokuto slowly calms them, ending on a peaceful cadence. No Game No Life is a quirky anime with a comedic tone throughout, but breaks that feeling occasionally to instill some genuinely heartfelt drama. One of its major themes is that humanity, Disboard's weakest race, is able to value life and strength more than any other because they're always struggling to survive. In episode 4, when Sora and Shiro are being coronated as the new kings of Elkia, the kingdom's citizens look to them for inspiration, for hope, only to have Sora clarify that, yes, the humanity are weak. He turns that bittersweet declaration around, saying that it gives them greater will and determination precisely because they're so weak, and that will be the strength he wields against the other kingdoms. By admitting their faults, Sora is able to unite the people under a rallying cry that acknowledges its weakness. This moment could have been depressing, silly even, but instead, it's surprisingly uplifting and empowering due to the music that plays and builds up throughout Sora's speech. The song starts on a fairly simple melody that repeats. But with each measure, builds in complexity as the percussion intensifies. A driving beat drops, and the melody is embellished by richer instrumentation. When it hits its most intense point, you can't help but think, "Oh hell yeah!" as the fanfare fills your ears. This song plays plenty throughout the anime at moments of resolve, but this is hands down my favorite moment. I can say with absolute certainty that I would not be into the Fate franchise if it weren't for the 2006 Fate Stay Night anime from Studio Dean. It was what first introduced me to my favorite character of all time, Artoria Pendragon. I was fascinated by the character of Saber, wondering why she was called that and who she was supposed to be, standing proudly among the plains with her sword. Part of that image I had of her, my fascination, was built because of Artoria's main theme that plays at major moments for her character development. When you look at Artoria while hearing the song, you get a sense of mystery and glory from her, a certain beauty that wholly consumes you. It's just so damn appropriate for moments of her backstory, and it's a real shame other works haven't adopted the same song. In episode 13, we see a fairly limited depiction of how Artoria draws Caliburn from the stone and begins leading her people, a scene that definitely wouldn't have been as strong without such inspiring music. The harp, string, and piano in the piece give it a magical yet sophisticated feel, with progressions that both weep and triumph, perfectly embodying her character. Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress is a criminally underrated, yet legendary anime in my eyes. It has some of the cleanest visuals out there, with a slick, 80s-inspired art style, and music courtesy of Sawano Hiroyuki. His music enhances every scene it's a part of, but for me, I enjoy this first fight with Mume. Its rich, deep beat and standout percussion keep the fight's pacing a total rush. While I would have found Mume to be a badass from the visuals alone, the music really enhances the experience. Xenogears is one of my top 2 video games of all time, and one of the reasons I love it so much is its atmosphere. I was captivated by how the game got lonely, empty, and eerie as I neared the end, particularly during the final dungeon. The experience is meditative, almost like forcing you to contemplate your own existence, in the face of cosmic powers and divine beings. Before encountering the game's true final battle, Faye confronts Krelian, who has begun his ascension to a higher plane of existence. Faye is attempting to rescue his soulmate, Ellie, whom Krelian had kidnapped. Their conversation is filled with philosophical and religious themes, while they exist as part of an ambiguous, empty space. Driving this cold isolation home is the music, composed by Yasunori Mitsuda, a composing legend in his own right. The syncopated xylophone flutters about like a haunting ghost, while the synthetic vocals give off an ancient vibe, like returning to the beginning of human history. It's alien, and I absolutely love it. Ayori Aoshi is definitely one of the better anime, part of what I call the early digital era. It's the tale of Aoi and Kaoru, members of prestigious Japanese families who were arranged to be married as children. They truly loved each other even as kids, but family drama caused the marriage to be broken off. Years later, they reunite as adults and reminisce about their past together. Most of Ayori Aoshi's music has a distinct Japanese flair to it, with calming flutes and shamisen backing. The best use of its score is during their flashback in episode 23. The song brings out a sense of nostalgia, innocence, and peace. I feel it represents Aoi's purity and innocence, contrasted with Kaoru's playfulness. Oh, and if you like Saber's Japanese voice, she also played Aoi. Initial D First Stage concludes with one of the series' most iconic races, Takumi vs. Ryosuke Takahashi. Earlier in the race, Takumi had lost focus and allowed Ryosuke to overtake, and the two racers are coming down to the final corner of their downhill run. It's Takumi's last chance to overtake, and he goes for it. Initial D's musical focus is definitely its Eurobeat insert tracks, and one of the best is Beat of the Rising Sun, which plays as Takumi dramatically overtakes Ryosuke, whose tires cause him to slip into a wider line. Truly, a new downhill legend was born with this awesome song. Princess Mononoke is my favorite Studio Ghibli film, mostly for its darker themes and adult action. There are tons of brilliant moments where Joe Hisaishi's music simply blows my mind. But for this video, I'll focus on the film's ending, as Ashitaka and San manage to return the forest spirit's head. With their largest threat averted, the villagers of Irontown appear to have a newfound respect for nature. There's a sense of serenity and beauty with the song that plays as Ashitaka and San decide to part ways in an effort to keep their newfound peace. The film's main melody returns as a calming, bright anthem to send us off. Clannad has a way of making me cry, wrapping me around its emotionally driven fingers oh so easily. While most of the heartfelt drama comes from Clannad's afterstory, I want to focus on the ending of the first season, when Tomoya confesses his love for Nagisa. As the song, Kage Futatsu, hits an emotional peak, it's gotta be the most triumphant way to get yourself a girlfriend. First impressions are very important when experiencing an anime. Violet Evergarden hits it out of the park with its first few moments. It is a flashy, fluid, and fantastic intro, during which a letter Violet is writing flies out her window and soars across the countryside. Passing in front of a returning ship, showered in cheers and confetti. We're left with a wide shot of the city before it blurs to reveal the anime's title. In that moment, the final piano keys that play are joined by the sound of a typewriter, literally commenting upon a major aspect of the story. In this case, the musical beauty of a piano can translate to the artistry of writing letters. Aside from its melody, it's absolutely silent, giving viewers a moment to breathe and comfortably bask in the aesthetic glory. Macross Frontier still doesn't get the love it deserves, and I want to plug it a bit with an amazing moment from the anime's second film. It's part of the final battle as Ranka Lee and Cheryl Nome sing their most epic piece, Sayonara no Tsubasa, composed by Yoko Kanno. What makes this moment shine for me is that the driving force of the vocals pair wonderfully with Alto's ship combat. As they sing the chorus, we see Alto flying past interception fire like a true hero. It certainly gets me going every time I hear it. And if I hear the song by itself, I can't help but picture the anime's visuals. They're just that well combined. I'm gonna finish things off with something retro. Fatal Fury, the motion picture. One of the film's most exciting moments is right at the beginning, with one of the fighters, Joe Higashi, participating in a major boxing match. It's an exciting moment, with a heated battle and a pumped-up crowd. This festive and tense atmosphere is conveyed brilliantly by the film's trumpet-infused anthem. The melody is catchy, and it's accompanied by a sick guitar backing. I think moments of triumph are some of my favorites. There you have it. These are just a few examples of what I find to be awesome musical moments in anime. I'm sure you have your own favorite moments, so please share them in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe to OtakuDaiKun for more anime lists, reviews, discussions, lore videos, live streams, and the Holy Waifu Wars. If you're interested in seeing this channel grow, please consider becoming a patron or donating in a super chat during any of my weekly live streams. Also, feel free to check the description for my social media profiles, including an ever-growing Discord full of fans of anime and the Fate series. Until next time, celebrate your fandom!